Drop late today. Happens. I was working on some other stuff. It's one of those mornings where I got up at my normal time, but just never could catch up. Because I didn't do the World Series video until this morning. Normally I do it the night before. So I had that, and then I realized, oh yeah, I always do a prop bet for the, if it's a one-off primetime NFL game. Then I did, and I'm like, there's hardly any games, so what am I gonna do? And then the NBA prop, then the 7 free picks, and of course I botched each of those like 5 or 6 times, and I never do that. It's just I'm running late, and it's just terrible. It's because I started my diet. This diet's killing me, Chris. It's killing me. I'm 2 hours in. I'm full of hate and resentment. It's my blood sugar.
The headache's making me cranky.
It's like, how long you been dieting? 2 hours.
It's like, it's like that sign. It's like that sign from the nuclear power plant of The Simpsons. Haven't had an accident in 3 days, and then all of a sudden it's like, I haven't broken my diet in 3 days. You take the 3 off and put the 0 back up.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a small card today, but it's kind of got the full Monty, right? Major League Baseball World Series no hitter last night in Philadelphia. It was, of course, they did that because I had the over. It's like, oh, Mitch has the over. It's a good night for a no hitter. But got NHL has a full card, right? Got just 2 NBA games, which is the smallest card of the season since opening night. We've got college football. I don't know. We've had MAC all week, so it's kind of just, runs one into the other here. And then we've got NFL.
What's it?
NFL.
NFL?
Yeah. Eagles, Texans. These games are like, these NFL games just seem to be right on top of each other. I mean, it is like nonstop. I gotta say, at first I used to love, like, they would do a couple of Thursday night games a year, and I would really like it, but now I really don't like it. Even as a fan, I don't like it. The quality of the football that we see on Thursday nights is terrible. We've gone from Jumbotron screens, in stadiums, oh, it's the largest Jumbotron ever, to watching games like this, and it's like nothing fun about it, It's like bad football on a small screen while you're on a diet is just the worst, man. I still got my COVID-20, man. I'm working on here. It's like I just have not been able to shake this COVID-20. I'm drawing a line in the sand.
You just come up north and try some snow swimming, and you see how that goes. You just swim in the snow.
I like skinny skiing, bullfights.
Yeah, like skinny skiing. Except snow.
Bullfights on acid.
And we go swim in the snow.
You see him try snow swimming. He tries diving off like the backyard or something, and he gets stuck in the snow like that football when they had the punt that got stuck in the snow.
Just the legs are sticking out.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, you can do it in my backyard today. Definitely, right off the deck. You could definitely do some snow swimming.
well, the Magic 8 Ball was right, and I was wrong about the Flyers yesterday.
Who's the goalie?
The goalie. Bastard.
He thought he was going to the club and they were playing Sandstorm, and he was like, yeah, woo. Oh, wait, we're playing hockey.
Speaking of hockey, we got the Eagles taking on the Texans here. Texans 14-point dogs, 1-5 on the season, up 1-5-1. Excuse me, up against the 7-0 Beagles. I always say, and I said this on the NFL show, I'd rather win my last 5 games of the season and make the playoffs than be 7-0 to start the season. We've seen it a million times, a million, where teams have started the season really hot and did not much the rest of the way. Chris, what do you think of this gem in Houston? You want to do the halftime for me with Jay Briggs? Not gonna be a fun day at the office. What do you think?
this is where you would get my move in the fridge reaction, because I really this is a tough game, on a short week. It screams blowout. But you look that the Eagles haven't been as convincing on the road as they have been at home. They should have lost to the Arizona Cardinals. They had that 3-point win week 1 against the Detroit Lions team that's looking like not a very good win. Civ defense the Eagles gave up 35 points in that game. They got lucky to score 38. I think they had to come from behind in that game too. I'm going to take the Eagles in the first half. I'm going to lay the 7.5 in the first half. They're 7-0 to the first half spread this season. And, laying 14, I've seen 14s, I've seen 13.5s. I think you're still potentially asking for a backdoor cover in that case whenever you're laying that many. And so I'll go with what I feel is safer. I'll take the Eagles in the first half.
This is, and I like the under in this one. How many points? As you said, I don't see this as being a blowout. And Eagles on the road they've won the games on the road. They've just not been blowing the teams out on the road. So how much motivation do they have to get 50? Because I think that's what it'll take here to get the over. They have to almost get the over themselves. I think Houston be lucky if they get 10 points in this one. That Eagles defense is for real. So I like the under.
I like the Texans.
I got this like 31-10.
I like the Houston Texans. I like Pierce to score the first touchdown. I like Davis Mills over 212 yards passing. Long walks on the beach and margaritas at sunset.
I like the overpassing because he's going to have maybe from behind, so he's going to have to bomb the ball. Going to be chasing.
Love the Texans here.
I'm in Alberta. We have no beach, so we're long walks in the snowdrift.
Isn't that a song? Alberta?
Alberta?
But I think it's not about Alberta.
No, I don't think so. The only one I know is I'm Alberta bound.
Never heard it.
Country song.
And if that's the only version, I'm glad I didn't.
I
think it was an Ian Tyson song.
Ian Tyson?
Mike's brother, the country singer. You had Iron Mike Tyson, you got Copper Ian Tyson.
Copper Ian Tyson.
He comes out with the cowboy hat. Howdy.
Howdy.
As long as he doesn't have the same lisp when he's singing this song.
Wow, you guys are tough, man. Tough crowd. Tough crowd. It's like I'm not gonna protect you in those YouTube comments anymore. After that comment. Yikes. You guys are stone cold. All right. We move on to the World Series no-hitter last night. Christian Javier, the second one of the season for Christian Javier. No-hit the Yankees earlier this season, exactly the same scenario. Except this one was in the World Series. But both of them were on the road. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
On the big stages, certain guys, they go to the big stage and they get nothing done. Other guys, man, they go to the big stage and it's their best of the best, and that's Javier. At Yankee Stadium, at World Series, down 2-1, getting smoked 7-0. The world on your shoulders there. You go down 3-1, you got a chance to get closed out in Philly. Comes in, dominates. What more can you really say about that? Where are you now, Bryce Harper? I don't think he should even pitch to Harper.
I know who's a resident Phillies fan.
Anyways. Well, Game 5, this one series is heading back to Houston come hell or high water. The Astros will have a chance to make it a 6-game series at home, or they'll have a chance to grab the last 2 games at home and walk out winners. Chris, what do you think? Justin Verlander got hit pretty hard the last time we saw him. He had a 5-run lead and could not coast with it. I mean, I've seen Chris Stratton coast with a 5-run lead. You know, Verlander couldn't do it. Yeah, it's like even Brubaker. It's like Brubaker coasting with a 5-run lead. You know? It's like, what do you think of this one?
I can't believe we just brought JT Brubaker into this.
It's like, I'm out of here. Now that you brought Brubaker into it. It's like Wall Street. It's like 38. Now that you brought my mother into it, 38 and a half.
It's like you just see me get up, all the papers start flying, the chair's still spinning. I can't believe you brought Brubaker into this.
Who in the hell do you think you are bringing Brubaker into this discussion? Where do you get off? In what world?
I think the only thing I'm comfortable taking in this game is Houston's team total over. I expect them to get some runs off of Syndergaard. Syndergaard will be rested because I think he was the one that had his start skipped off of that postponement. I think this could be a spot for a Justin Verlander bounce back, but he's been rocked a couple times in the postseason. He's never really been shut down in the World Series over the course of his career. And like I said, I think the safest thing for me to back here are the Houston bats, because we've already seen Phillies bats break out off of Verlander in the World Series so far. So I'm going to go with Houston's team total over in this one.
Rod, on over the weekend, Philly had a home game. And I think it was last weekend, they had in the other round of the playoffs against the Padres, the Eagles were off. It was on a Sunday. The Eagles were off, and they had a home game, and it was just like, perfect, frenzied crowd. Tonight, the opposite end of the spectrum, the Eagles playing on the road, though, and the Phillies, have a game on a Thursday. It's just an actual absolute schedule backfire and miss by the NFL and Major League Baseball here. I'm going to guess in today's day and age where you can watch games on the phone, like we watched Amazon Prime games. People with their iPads or whatever the case may be at the stadiums. I'm sure they'll be showing it there.
They could be playing the game on the field and have the game on the jumbotron.
They might be.
They might, right?
They might.
How many? It's like who would? I think there'd be less people at the football game.
I don't know normally when we have the World Series or Super Bowl or something. Normally, we have people that are saying, "Yeah, I'm going to the game tonight" or whatever. But I haven't heard anyone saying they're going to any of these games.
Yeah, going to the game. No, not going to the game.
Nah, pass.
But I've been riding Philly a lot of these playoffs.
So you got your ass kicked last
but not
night?
here.
Is that what you're trying to say, Rod?
No, I stayed off that game. I didn't.
Got your hand to you with Nola.
I had the rain out, and then I didn't touch it. I was like, I'm not touching that. So I didn't. I didn't touch it. But when I gave it out on the show, yes, but it wasn't a premium play. Okay. No premium play for it. I have no premium play on tonight's baseball either. So I'm going to take the Houston Astros. I think them with that momentum of the no-hitter carries on to here, and I think Verlander gets his first win in the World Series, and he shuts down the Phillies in this one. I'm going to go with the Astros.
I'm going with the Astros, too. I'm going to parlay it with the Texans. I'm going with the 2 Houston teams against the 2 Philly teams. Why not? Houston versus both Phillies. I'll take both Houston sweep cover. You could also money line them. We can go run line Astros, Texans money line. While I'm here, all right.
And it's pre-DGen Friday early.
While I'm here, I might as well
It's
put
DGen
that.
Friday Eve,
Might
so
as well
you
put
can do that.
one in. If we put, let me see, Astros -1.5 is only +112, and then the Texans money line are +575. So if we parlay those together and we control ourselves and we just put $100 on it, it pays $1,317.50. All right, twist my arm. I'm in. That's how fast it happens. From thought to action to double action.
just like that.
Yes. People say, how do you become a degenerate or professional? I mean, how do you become a degenerate? I mean, professional gambler. Just like that. I'll probably have dime on it by the time the games go off. I like it. I think it's legitimate. I think the Texans have a shot to beat the Eagles outright. These are the games. I mean, when these Thursday night games traditionally, you go like all the way back. These are where like hell happens, and it's a total trap spot for the Eagles. You know, coming off the bye in Houston, you know, the lowly Texans out of division, right? It's like going through the motions, like, oh, the Texans can't beat us. You know, we're so good. They've been reading the papers for 2 weeks, even though no one reads the paper anymore. Reading the paper on their phone for the last 2 weeks. Yep. So weird, man. It's like I'm holding up my phone. It's like I have my credit cards in the back here, but it's like they don't even have numbers on them anymore. You know, credit cards. It's like it's just a piece of metal. And look at it, right? It's like there's like nothing on it. It's just a piece of metal. It's like you can't even shred it in this paper shredder. It's like how do you get rid of
We
those?
could, but we don't know how it'll go.
I know how it would go. It ain't pretty. All right. We go to college football, and we thought Maction was bad. You ain't seen nothing yet.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Rice and UTEP. Chris, these games deserve individual attention. We'll go Rice and UTEP. What do you think?
According to who? Jeez, it's Rice and Utah. No, I'm kidding. Man, I lean towards Rice at home just because I think they've been the better team. But that 56-23 loss to Charlotte doesn't really do anything with Charlotte. Different team outside of Jerry Richardson Stadium. So, I'm just not eager to back UTEP on the road. I don't know. Not a game I'm going anywhere near. So, give me. If I was forced to pick, give me Rice laying the points.
We should do like the tour. You know, the Kibbe Dome, Jerry Richardson Stadium, it's like all the crap stadiums, you know, all the crap places.
The Rice Stadium.
Yeah, it's like live from the Kibbe Dome.
Go to Wyoming.
It's like, where the hell's Grow? He's at the Kibbe Dome. I'm calling the game. Rod, what do you think of this one? UTEP and Rice. I'm on UTEP.
I think you got to be on UTEP in this one. I think they got the better defense. Slow them down. When the Owls.
Did Ruffalo being on Rice influence your decision at all here?
No, I think we discussed this. I already told him I was on UTEP plus the points.
Oh, you guys talked behind the scenes?
Yeah, we were shooting hockey videos, so we were behind the scenes.
Oh, just chewing the fat.
Chewing the fat, yeah. We were just chewing the fat. So I went with UTEP. I think this is a 3-point game all day, and so take UTEP. You look, they got to take UTEP plus the points in this one.
Chewing.
Look, anybody knows
If
you put rice in front of me, I can't pass it up. So like, what's the difference? Either at the Chinese restaurant or on college football, I can't pass up on rice.
I'm just chewing the fat. Yeah, we were just chewing the fat. I'm on UTEP. I hate Rice. I don't think I've ever won a game betting on Rice. I really in my entire life. Football, basketball. I could tell you 20 games I've lost betting on them, but I can't tell you one I've ever won.
Right? I remember losing with Rice.
I can't remember one game I've ever won betting on Rice.
It was a crisp fall day in 2003.
I don't even think that happened. It's like I was on acid and it was a dream. It was like, that didn't happen. I've never won betting on Rice. They've never covered. The 3-1 at home this season, 5-3 against the number. Got Coastal Carolina against App State. I got news for you. Coastal as an underdog is straight money. They are like one of the best dogs of all dogs. They're like a horrible favorite, but like one of the best dogs. What are you drinking there, Rod? Is that a Schlitz?
It's called a Joyburst.
Is that a Canadian
Joyburst?
Canadian limeade?
It's like that, but it's an energy drink. So it's got
it's
green
giving you
tea
the
in
energy. The energy.
Give me the energy.
What do you go jogging after this? You're gonna maybe
snow swimming. Remember, I told you snow swim. Yeah, the backstroke in the
You see Rod walk out with his cap and like snap it on.
It's like yelling, "Hey, help!" He can't get up. He's turtled out. He's turtled out.
It's like he's just like flailing. Just stand up. Oh.
Turtled.
Turtle in the snowman.
Anyways, Chris, what do you think, Coastal or App State? Not allowed to say App State's full name because I can't pronounce it correctly. I just get hammered by their fan base. So I just call it App State. I've been doing that for years. I cheat, It's just like the guys I can't pronounce their first name. I just say the last name, or I try and find the nickname. I just skip it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I like Coastal here. I think you want to give me more points, by all means, drives the value of that money line up. Like you said, Coastal, one of the better home underdogs in the country, on getting points on the teal turf. Not something I can pass up. I don't know. I'm still not overly enthused with App State. I mean, they've gotten lucky in a few of their games, unlucky in that North Carolina game to start the year. They won on that Hail Mary against Troy. Two of their last three wins have come against FCS teams. So you're pumping up the schedule a little bit. Coastal hasn't had a tough schedule themselves, but they've still done really well for that for the most part. I think they're 7-1 on the year. So give me Coastal plus the 3 money line. You name it, I'm on Coastal here.
Mills has the answer for what Rod does here. Rod's all hyped up on his energy drink.
He just rips off the tearaways, does the Kool-Aid man, runs through the wall.
Well, Rich G says,
"Oh yeah."
Rich G says Texans will not cover. They gonna get smoked.
Go to Yitz's and
Texans cover.
Smoke like a fine Cuban cigar.
I know Briggs has already put that Texas parlay in.
and then he's saying, "Oh, well, Rice is in Texas too, so you got to throw Rice in."
No, but so is UTEP.
So there you go. Yeah, I didn't even think of that option.
Add UTEP. But isn't Rice in Houston? I think it is.
I think it is.
Rice academically is like Vandy. I mean, it's like
then he'd be an answer because Jay Briggs is in Dallas, so that's definitely got to be a battle there. So you can't take Houston.
He's gonna be. Why can't I put Rice and UTEP in the same parlay? They're both Texas.
Rod,
play one with Rice.
Are you taking Coastal or App State
And in this one, you got to take the team at the points, so definitely got to take Coastal in this one. I like the over. I think we see both teams scoring points at will, and I think we get over this number. 63.5. I think it's 63.5 for a reason. No defense. Defense optional in this one. They're out snow swimming, so take the over.
Got NBA Magic versus Warriors. Warriors sucking some eggs here on this road trip. Not looking like the defending champs in the Magic. I don't know, more people behind the 1-7 team these guys than you've ever seen before. Chris, what do you think?
I think that Golden State's going to shake off that 0-4 mark on the road in terms of a straight up win, but I got to take the Magic with the points. You know, the Magic. If there's one thing that this Magic team does well, even sitting with a 1-7 record, and even going back to last year, so they at least cover at home. And getting 9 points from them at home, I think they're going to be sky high for this one. You bring the Warriors to town. Orlando's going to revel in their chance to take on the defending champs, give them a game. I think Golden State kind of just wants to be elsewhere at this point. So, yeah, give me Orlando plus the points.
Oh, by the way, we have our college football show probably about 15, 20 minutes after the conclusion of this show. So sure to tune in. It's been good. Chris and Ron and myself go through the card. We have a good time. UMass is playing tomorrow. They're on the road, so Romanelli probably got his chalkboard ready. Rod, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, when you look at this one, it's definitely not rushing on the win on a bet. This one, you look, the Golden State defense is not the greatest, ranked 29th, giving up 120 points a game. But you look at Orlando, ranked 29th on offense, only scoring 105 points a game. So I got to go with the under in this one. I think 225.5 is way too many points in this one. So I like the under in that one. Lower scoring. You look at the last 14 meetings in Orlando, 10-4 to the under. 5-2 the last 7 meetings to the under. I like the under 225.5 in this one.
Okay. The over, though, each of the Magic's last 4 games against Western Conference opponents have all gone over the total.
Yep. It's weird.
It is weird. I'll pass.
Just not against just not against these guys.
Thunder Buddies for life. Plus 6.5 against the Chicken Nuggets. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take the over in this one. The Nuggets dead last in the NBA in terms of defensive efficiency on the road. They're giving up over 125 points per 100 possessions. And the Thunder can score, but I mean the thing with Denver is that they have to score to sort of make up for whatever they lack on defense. And I think this game's getting well into the 230s here. I like the over 228.5 in this one.
Rod?
And in this one, I think you got to go with OKC plus the points. Just for that reason, you look at Denver's defense has not been good, and OKC is always close. 4-0 ATS their last 4, so I think they can keep this close. And 3, and the Nuggets 0-5 the last 5 meetings. Thunder Buddies, it is.
I like the over. Chris, what are you selling today?
Well, got a couple things today. I got my $15 Thursday night NFL Platinum play. Also got my $25 NBA pick and roll. Or you can get a couple 3-packs up.
What's the pick and roll?
It's one of the 2 games. It's in one of the 2 games that's on the card today. I also got a 3-pack with that NFL play, the NBA play, and my best NHL play. Or you can get my NHL Thursday Throwdown 3-pack. Remember, use that promo code PICK, PICK. You get 15% off any Any purchase $25 or more, and hop on those long-term passes because the college football and NFL is starting to go in. If you get on a week, you're going to get opening night college basketball as well. So definitely make sure it's something that you check out, take advantage of.
Totally.
Any purchase.
Totally $25 or more. So it can be a combination. Totally. Rod, what are you selling? Whack your book Thursday?
Remember me over at Pink Touch? No, it's Thursday Thrashers. We got a Thursday Thrashers 5-pack. I got my $15 bookie buster going. We've been rolling along with it. 14-5 the last 19 with that one. It's on the ice. So you got about 26 different teams to choose from on that one today. It's definitely on the ice. Or you can grab, as I said, Thursday Thrashers 5-pack. Get you 5 of my bet included into that one. All you guys go on premium today is hockey. Everything else is give you here. I didn't feel very comfortable in any other sport today.
Okay. We move on. I have a $15 big play. Hit 9 of my last 10 NBA picks. Now in the positive for the season after being an idiot, a little too aggressive to start the year. Now I've been picking and choosing. Back to the plus money in the winning record. Also got picks in the NFL game and Major League Baseball. 3 picks. 1 + 1 + 1.
Mixed bag, mixed sport. Mixed sport triple.
Circle the way.
It's Taco Thursday. It's Turkey Burger Thursday. My house, I can use that. Set your clock by it. It's like, what have you had to eat every Thursday for the last 22 years? Turkey burger. Yeah. That's me. On an English muffin. That's what it is.
Gives you some stability.
Coleman's spicy mustard, cheddar cheese. That's the dish. Side of broccoli and some form of potato.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the whole dish. Yep, 22 years in a row. Never get sick of it. I've changed the turkey burger. I've done it like with onions and mushrooms sometimes, or like with turkey bacon, with onions and mushrooms, or I've done, but usually it's just pretty much exactly like I just said.
With a little cranberry mayo on there?
The hell are you talking about? Doesn't even make sense.
It's a turkey burger, so you take some.
Yeah,
It's something's wrong with Rod's camera. He's lost his internet connection. Mr. Helper. The hell was that? You should get my wife on to give the sourpuss look on that one.
Okay, I'll take that as a no on the cranberry mayo.
Who's coming up? The Eagles aren't coming off a bye? Maybe are they not? I thought they were. So then on the short week? Oh yeah, they played on. Did they play on Sunday? I don't think so. Yeah. They aren't coming off by. Get your facts straight. No, they aren't. Get your facts straight.
Where is their schedule?
A little help from someone who's not a douchebag.
They played Pittsburgh last week.
Oh, that's right. They played Pittsburgh.
Week.
That's right. So basically, they had a bye.
Yeah, pretty much. So you're not like technically incorrect, but yeah, that's a bye.
Okay. All right. I stand corrected. I'm the only one who ever admits I've made a mistake. So I will do it. It's okay.
Well, I made a mistake. I should have offered up cranberry mayo.
Definitely. Philly haters galore. This is not a fan show, and not a fan site, not a fan show, right? We hate whoever loses us money and people like you. Anyways, go to the NHL. Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the Hurricane. Ottawa Senators versus Vegas. Got the Detroit Red Wings versus the Capitals. And the Rangers against the Bruins. Chris, what do you got?
All right, well, I'm going to take the Red Wings here at home. You know, they're coming off of that 8-3 beatdown loss to the Sabres on the road, but the Red Wings have historically done far worse on the road. And the Sabres are playing really well right now, especially on their home ice. So I'm not reading too much into that loss for the Red Wings. And the Capitals just don't look right. Darcy Kemper hasn't been, the same goalie that he was that lifted the cup with the Avalanche last year. I think you're getting value with the Red Wings at home, so I'll lean towards Detroit in that one. I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think the Carolina Hurricanes just in a tough spot here. They're going to be on a back-to-back and going into a game tomorrow as well. And Tampa, 14-4 the last 18 meetings between these two teams in Tampa Bay. I got to go with the Lightning here. I think they beat up on the Hurricanes here.
Rod?
And I'm going with the under in Vegas and Ottawa. You look at this Vegas defense and playing lights out. Best in the NHL, holding teams under 2 goals a game. And I know usually that's what you see in Ottawa, lots of goal scoring recently anyways in these meetings. But I'm going to go with the under. I think goalies come to shine in that one. I think the under 6.5. And I agree. Yeah, I like the they won 6 straight in Detroit, or Washington's won 6 straight in Detroit, but trends are made to be broken. So that trend to break here as you also look deeper into that in Washington. 0-6 on Thursday, 1-7 in 4 games in 6-night situation, and 1-6 versus the Atlantic. So I think Detroit. I agree, Chris. Detroit has a great shot to win that game. All the values there. I think Detroit or Washington. Too many injuries. They're starting to stack up. Oshie question out indefinitely. No Oshie. No Carlson. No Backstrom. Hagelin's out. The list is just getting bigger and bigger for Washington on injuries. Top place for them. Take Detroit here in this one.
Spoken like true suckers. Nah, I like the Red Wings too. I like Carolina Hurricane. 8 in a row following an overtime win. Something to be said about that. I like Vegas. I just don't even like the Ottawa logo. It just irks me. It does nothing for me. It's kind of, I don't know. What do you guys think about the Ottawa logo? I don't really understand. It's like the Roman senator or whatever. But Ottawa's lost 6 in a row as home dogs. They make it 7 here. Lucky 7 for Vegas. And, of course, the Rangers, they hate the Bruins' guts ever since the Terry O'Reilly game. Can't stand them. Take the Rangers. They own the Bruins. 6 in a row. Favorites. Something like that. This guy's giving me the stink eye, the hockey guys, every time I talk hockey. You know I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm making perfect sense at the same time. He's like, Ruflo's like, aren't you, wouldn't you rather be talking about the Shanghai Sharks right now? Shouldn't you be talking about
the Shanghai Sharks too? I didn't see.
Yeah, and another thing, when's Fiverr coming out with that sponsorship?
It's like that Fiverr logo. Let's talk about that Fiverr logo. All right, we go to our next set of game. The Jets, Jets. Minus 220, a 5-3-1 team against the Habs. St. Louis Blues, Bennington, and company up against the Islanders, the Smudges against the Smoking Kraken, and the Blackhawks against the Kings. Chris, tell me something I don't know.
I used to do gymnastics. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take. See, I wanted to try to catch you off guard, but it wasn't gonna work. I'm gonna take the Islanders on the money line against the Blues. It's just maybe they're trapping you into taking the Blues, but there's no way I can lay juice even at home with the. They haven't looked good. The Islanders have play a style that frustrates opposing teams, and a gritty Islander team isn't what St. Louis needs to face right now. I'm gonna lean towards the Islanders, and I'm also gonna take the Minnesota Wild in regulation. I just think that Minnesota just the better team. They're starting to pick up their play at home. Seattle got that come from behind win against Calgary in their last game, but they still have a lot to prove that they're capable of going out and winning on the road. Capable of going out on the road and winning consistently. So I'm gonna take the Minnesota Wild in regulation.
I was gonna bet against Ruffalo. Rod, what do you got?
I like the over in that Seattle Kraken and Wild game. Both teams can definitely light the lamp, and Seattle on the road has definitely been lighting the lamp too. So I like the over 6.5 in that one. I like the over in the Kings and Blackhawks. Both of those teams definitely been lighting the lamp. Blackhawks 7-3 to the over. Kings 7-1-2 to the over. I think goals come early and often in that one. I like the over there. And I'm gonna go with the under. In the Blues and Islanders, I think there's more hits than goals in that one. Those two teams don't like each other, and two styles of hockey that they want to hit you harder than anything else. So a lot of hitting, a lot of fighting, and it's going to be if you like defense and fights, check out the Blues and Islanders.
I like the Blackhawks on the puck line. I just don't like the price, so I'll have to throw that in one of my parlays. I like the Blues on the puck line here against the Islanders. The Blues, when teams have a winning streak, they absolutely murder. They don't just end the winning streak; they absolutely bust it up. I think it's like 10 in a row or something that they've done that. It is the Blues have covered the puck line in each of their last 8 night games against opponents on a winning streak. Bennington, baby. Where's my Bennington jersey? Rod, fetch me my Bennington jersey.
Okay, hold on. I'll be right back.
Plus 205 on the Blues. Of course, the Islanders leave. Probably where almost everybody is on that game. I like the Rangers against the Bruins. I mentioned that before, and I'll mention it again. And I do like the Blackhawks on the puck line. I just don't like the price. We've got Calgary. Yeah, right. Against the worst name in sports. We got the Devils. We're home tonight. We got the Coyotes against the Star. The Canucks against the Ducks. Say that 10 times fast without saying the F word. And the San Jose Shanghai Sharks up against the Florida Panthers. Chris, what do you think?
I'm going to go with Nashville plus the 1.5. You have to pay a little bit of juice on it, but the last 6 meetings between these two teams all been 1-goal games. Said it before, the Calgary Flames are dead to me after folding like a cheap lawn chair against the Seattle Kraken. I think the Preds, they haven't been playing well since starting the season over in Europe, but I think they can wake up, battle the Flames hard here, and keep this 1-goal game, if not win it outright. So I'm going to take the Preds plus 1.5. I'm going to take the Devils here. You got to give the Devils their due. Playing really well right now. I know the Oilers, also 7-3 this year. 4-3 at home, but I don't know if they're going to start Jack Campbell here. I'm worried that he's going to give up some goals. I lean towards the Devils in that one. And we'll go to the Dr. Seuss game of the day. I'm going to take the Ducks over the Canucks. There's nothing about this Canucks team that makes me want to lay minus 182 with them. The Ducks have won 12 of the last 15 meetings between these two teams. Give me the Ducks for the plus money in that one.
Rod?
And in these ones, I agree. Take Nashville plus the 1.5. I think they got a good shot to outright them in that one. So I agree, Nashville plus the puck and a half in that one. I like the under in the Devils in Edmonton, even if it is Jack Campbell. He's actually been playing better hockey. I like the under 7 in that one. Everybody's humping up on the over. You figure both offenses have been lighting the lamp, and I think we get the opposite. We get an under in that one, so I'll take the under. And I like the Ducks against the Canucks. The Canucks are awful. I'm not laying that kind of juice with the Canucks with their 2 wins, 1 win at home. Good spot for the Ducks. Snag a win in that one.
I'll take the Predators based on spite and hatred. I think we take care of business against the Devils. We probably won't lose another game all season. I like, the Ducks and Canucks is a lousy game. They should cancel that one. I like the Star laying the puck line here, but we're not getting any plus odds, so I'm gonna have to lay 2.5 in that one. I think they romp the Coyotes in this thing. And same with the Panthers against the Sharks. I think they bust them up. I think you got to lay the 2.5 though, because you don't want to lay negative odds here on the puck line. Only Ruffalo does something like that. What do you think of those picks?
I like them.
I'm this one. I like the Snarks. I'm going to take them.
What about the Stars?
I like the Snarks. I like the Snarks plus the puck and a half. I think it's a closer game. You look at the Panthers puck line this season, they stink. They win 1-goal games. They don't win 2-goal games, 3-goal games. No chance. They stink. I like the Sharks plus the puck and a half. I think it's a 1-goal game all day.
What if I laid 3.5 then?
I'd rather have 2.5 with the Snarks.
What about if I
take Carlson? Take Carlson to get an anytime goal.
3.5 with the Panthers?
Lights out.
Is that a slushy or milkshake you're drinking?
Neither. I just had the cup left over. And I didn't want to start chugging from a bottle on the air.
You just got a big glass. I was like, what was
I
that?
can't do slushies. They lose their flavor too quickly.
Don't make us go back and look.
That's slush puppy you're talking about.
No. I can't do slushies.
I'd like a slush puppy hold the ice.
Just syrup.
That'd be just a cup of syrup. It's like,
and
I'd like a large tub of butter flavoring, please.
Oh God.
That's got to be good for you.
It's helped keep my arteries clean for 30 years.
On Jeopardy, they were talking about Jeopardy. One of the
sugar.
categories was laws, like all these laws, and it's illegal to serve margarine on a table in Wisconsin unless it's requested.
Yeah, I think I've heard that before, right?
It's like a $300 fine.
Isn't it like in Utah where it's like you can't marry another man's horse or something like that? I swear I've seen something about marrying someone's horse in one of the states.
Wow. Rich G and Jay Briggs
going
at it in the comments here.
Isn't it Utah? The guy was marrying his car. He was totally in love with his car. And he invited, it was a show. He was totally in love with his car. He called his dad, "Dad, I'm going to marry this car." Oh, it was awful. It was like, what the?
All right. Goes to the parlay section here. We got our college football show today, so be sure to tune in. It's going to be a good one. It's a great card this week in college football. Clemson, Notre Dame, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, LSU, even the bad games. Miami, Florida State. It is a big week in college football. Texas A&M, Florida.
Big week.
Big week. It's the best card of the season. Kansas State, Texas.
Oklahoma, Baylor.
Oklahoma, Baylor. What was that half-hearted chuckle?
Because I mean, there's some of these games that I like, and then you got Rice and UTEP. It's like you get the good and the bad.
It's that one. If
Yeah,
this was on a Sunday, would you be rushing to the
At
window?
least they're not forcing cranberry mayo down your throat. All right.
True. Point. Okay, fair.
I didn't force it.
But you suggested.
I did suggest it.
I'm offended.
You bet. Yeah.
He was so mad. Rob was so mad just now. His camera stopped for a second. The camera couldn't even handle it.
Cranberry
What
mayo.
do you mean?
Yeah.
You know what that gets you? That gets you the napkin in the mouth. That gets you. You drag it across your tongue to get it, whatever it was. What the hell was that? Anyways,
I was hiding the napkins, and then they kept hiding the venison in the pocket of that thingy, right? Wasn't it the venison in the pocket? Started using Kramer, I think, because he was hiding the meat in the pocket. With the
Jerry was. Parlay time.
paper towel.
all right. My parlay. I'm gonna go with Coastal Carolina plus the points. I'm gonna go with the over in Denver, the Denver Nuggets, Oklahoma City Thunder game, and the Tampa Bay Lightning.
We're going to go with the Sharks plus the goal and a half. We're going to take the Predators plus the goal and a half. And we're going to take the Blackhawks plus the goal and a half. Parlay those three up.
Texans on the money line, Astros on the run line, and the Blues on the puck line. Pays 260 to 1. Thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a winning day.